Well, Chase has just come out with new 90,000 point welcome bonuses on 2 of its Ultimate Rewards earning cards. We also have new offers on 3 Chase hotel cards, and I want to remind you that it is your last chance for this 100,000 point offer on a certain Chase airline card. You have just a few days left if you want to apply. Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu, and on this channel I cover US credit cards, personal finance, and luxury travel. If you like the sound of that, do subscribe. But let's get into the video. So first of all, let's talk about this 100,000 points offer that is ending very soon. And that is on the Southwest credit cards. It's 100,000 points after spending $4,000 in 5 months. The reason this is so special is that since you have 5 months, you can get the points in January as long as you pace yourself with the spending. The card gets 10,000 points as an annual bonus at the end of January as well, and then you have a whole year to accumulate 25,000 points more to qualify for the companion pass for the rest of 2026 and the whole of 2027. I talked about it in detail in this recent video about cards with bonuses over 100,000 points. That's what it looks like. You can check it out on the end screen of this video if you want a more detailed explanation. But for Southwest flyers, this is a great opportunity, and it ends on September 17th. So get it while you can. All right, next up, we have the IHG hotel credit cards from Chase. Now, IHG hotels are pretty cool. Intercontinental is their flagship brand, and I've stayed at the Intercontinental in London and at both of the Intercontinentals in Washington, DC, the Wharf and the Willard. And they're both awesome. The Wharf is one where you get a bit more of a modern feel. It's a new build, only a couple of years old. It's got a pool on the roof, really cool. The Willard is more of a traditional feel, kind of reminds me of like the Plaza Hotel in New York City. You expect to bump into Trump around the corner or whatever. And yeah, you probably see a lot of politicians and those kinds of people at the Willard, okay? It's very close to the White House too. And if you're looking for something a bit more affordable, IHG also owns Holiday Inn. In case you want something budget friendly. Now there are 3 of these IHG cards from Chase, and they all currently have high bonuses. Let's check them out. So let's start with the basic no annual fee credit card first, the IHG Traveler. This has a welcome bonus of 2 free nights worth up to 50,000 points each, plus 40,000 points for spending $2,000 in the first 3 months. So that is a total value of 140,000 points as long as you use the award certificates for their maximum value. IHG points are worth half a cent per point, so that's going to be $700 in value if you do manage to max it out. Just remember, these IHG free night certificates you get from the bonus cannot be supplemented with extra points to stay at a slightly nicer hotel. So it's going to be hard to find hotels for exactly 50,000, and it's also going to be hard to find a hotel under 50,000 in the center of any major city like New York City, for example. The only hotel I could find for under 50,000 was this Holiday Inn way out in Queens for 40,000. But as soon as you get out of the city, like just over the river in New Jersey, we start seeing a lot more for under 50,000, even a lot in the 30,000 range actually. So I would recommend this card for people who enjoy weekends away in the countryside maybe, since it will be hard to find nice hotels in big cities for under 50,000. All right, let's now move on to the IHG One Rewards Premier credit card, which is their mid-tier card. It has a $99 annual fee, and it currently has a 165,000 point welcome bonus for spending $3,000 in your first 3 months. Interestingly, that bonus is only 25,000 points more than the no annual fee credit card, even though this card is considered higher tier and has an annual fee. If you look at the bonus chart for this card on US Credit Card Guide, we can see that we are just a little bit off from the historic high, although not by much. The value of this bonus at half a cent per point is $825. The cool thing about this card is it does actually give you some good benefits, like an anniversary free night worth 40,000 points, and Platinum Elite status. That status has got me an upgrade to a lounge level room before, where I got free food in the lounge, so it's a very valuable perk. All right, let's now talk about the last of these IHG cards, and this one has the highest bonus. So on the IHG One Rewards Premier Business card, we have a bonus of 200,000 points. and that is a two-part bonus. The first part is 140,000 points for spending $4,000 in 3 months. And then there is a second part, which is that if you spend a total of $9,000 in 6 months, you get another 60,000 points to take you up to 200,000. So at half a cent per point, this is equal to $1,000 in value and could get you a couple of nights at hotels like the ones I showed you earlier, the Intercontinental in DC, for example. I like that this is a relatively friendly two-part bonus. Like some two-part bonuses you see, they're like spend $3,000 for the first half and then spend $20,000 for the second half, okay? Not really realistic unless you run a business with high spending or you owe a lot in taxes and you happen to sign up for the card just before tax time and you can put all that spend on there, etc. Anyway, let's move on to our last two Chase cards, which just came out with really high bonuses. But first, I know that you're watching this video because you like to get value out of financial products. And we have a really great deal for my viewers. If you open a new account with the investing app Mumu, you can get up to $1,000 in free NVIDIA stock. NVIDIA has been the hottest company in the last few years, and it doesn't show signs of slowing down. Just open an account, make a deposit, and bam, free stock. And the amount of free stock depends on the size of your deposit. Mumu, of course, is the fantastic commission-free investing app where you can buy US and international stocks and ETFs and also track the portfolios of some of the world's greatest investors, like Nancy Pelosi. Check it out in the links below, and supporting our sponsors supports our channel, so we thank you very much if you do. Okay, so our last two cards of the video are two of the IHG Business cards from Chase, the IHG Unlimited and the IHG Cash. Both of these cards have no annual fee, and they're offering the same bonus, 90,000 points for spending $6,000 in your first 3 months. They show it as $900 in cashback on here, but that's just how they brand it on the landing page. It is in fact 90,000 points. The IHG Unlimited is the business version of the Freedom Unlimited. It's just 1.5 points per dollar on everything. And the IHG Cash is more similar to the Freedom Flex with 5% back on business categories, but there's a limit of 25,000 points per year. They are both cashback cards, but the cashback is tracked as points. So if you have the IHG Preferred or a Personal Sapphire card, or I believe the new Business Sapphire card, you can then transfer those points over to your Sapphire, for example, and you can then book travel at higher values using the Points Boost feature, or you can even transfer it out to partners where it takes on more value. So the bonus could be worth up to 2 cents per point, which would give it a value of $1,800. Guys, these are limited time offers. I don't know when they are ending, but if I were you and you want them, I would get them while you can. I'll put a link to all of the IHG cards down below. This is a referral link, so if you are interested, please use it, and it really does help us out if you do use our links. Also down below will be the link to today's sponsor, Mumu. You can get up to $1,000 in free NVIDIA stock, depending on how much you deposit, by signing up and making that qualified deposit. And obviously, the money you deposit in your account remains yours to trade stocks with or do whatever you want, and it is fully SIPC insured. All right, guys, that is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.